match up with Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the rookie from NC State, this is Nyheim Hines. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw on 2nd down is Luck. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. Flush to his right. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete.
I've never seen more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Luck. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Play action to Sproles. Wins. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Margus Hunt in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Throwing now is Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Pierre Desir able to get a hand in and make that play.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Give them a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Love. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Love. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Left side, caught by Matthews. A Philadelphia 1st down. Wentz finding Matthews.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run it with Sproles. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. He's got Evans. First catch there for Evans, good enough for a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Wentz going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Now a first down throw. Luck. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now Love. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out. Back to throw. Love. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Now it's Love. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Luck. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Past the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts are in for 6. And he puts it through. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. On the return, it's Wendell Smallwood. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
So bad.
I don't know.
And that's caught inside the 35. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 42 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch at that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Wentz over the middle to Evans. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. A dump off to Sproles. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got...
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Jason Pierre-Paul with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Let it roll, let it roll. 11.
Out of the gun, Luck. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play that time for the Colts. And even 40 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
on 1st and 10. Love. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now it's Hines. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Hurry. Rolling. We're rolling. Come. Done.
Luck now to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
Flow. Gone right. 1, 6, 2, hit. Go ahead.
Throwing is Love. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. One receiver left is Hilton. To throw on 2nd down is Love. That's caught at the 2. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jack Doyle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are in for 6. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Love. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts add on to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This will be taken short. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go play action here on 1st down. Steps away. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. Following the fumble recovery, here's Love. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A shotgun snap for Luck. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Smallwood on the return. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Smallwood on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Throwing his Wentz. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Play action to Sproles. Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes...
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hairston. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Love. So caught right around the 6. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
So statistically, Both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Love. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Smallwood on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Margus Hunt in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Wentz now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, 4 more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Working from the gun, Wentz. His throw incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They run again with Hines, and he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. On 3rd down, that's Hines. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
One of the things that really impressed me about Joey Bosa is that he doesn't sacrifice the run game trying to get sacks. This guy really knows how to hold the point of attack, great leverage, and then goes and sheds people and makes plays.
And at 6'5", 270, just a monster.
Absolute monster with a really high motor.
Here's Love. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Mike Wallace with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. And he's able to put it through. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Smallwood on the return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2's, oh, my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
Here's Hines. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters your normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They come out here in the eye. They run with Hines. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit. Even though I'm not rooting for either team, that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Locke. And escapes the sack. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered.
I know it's a phrase that sounds really cool, strip sack, but all we're talking about is getting to the guy, getting to the passer, making the tackle, making the play, but do a little bit extra, right? Stripping the ball out, working the arm free. That's become a big emphasis for all defenders.
Yeah, and as a defender with the emphasis, this is something that's practiced.
Practiced all the time. Taking the ball away, creating turnovers, that's really job one.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. This is Hines. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Locke. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jack Doyle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Way. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And they had the fumble last time.
The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A run, it's Clement. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Mike Mitchell coming up from the secondary to make the stop.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. And well, this is a new concept. It's 3rd down. And oh, we've seen it all now. It's a fake. And that'll be incomplete, but remember, crazy situation here you don't see often. Not 4th down yet, so they will keep possession. A lot of confusion, especially in the crowd right now. A lot of folks thinking it's a turnover on downs, but it's not. It's just an incomplete pass. That was 3rd down. Now, and look at this, another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Graham brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll run it here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
674. Rolling.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after. And he takes it in for a score. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. Vinatieri now for the point after. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Good chip.
Now Wentz. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Stephon Anthony. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he does have a good leg, I'll give him that, but not that good.
Not by a long shot.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. Give him 9 yards on the carry there, a good run. And now 2nd and goal.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you'll only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. It really hurts the team on defense.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
60.
On the toss, Turbin. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll run for it. This is Matt. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Big time. There's the stupid Panthers, stupid went. Maybe that's the stupid Colts. We're going.
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away.
It's a trick because they're up Big.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. And that only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Look his name. We should have a score rule.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Here's Sproles. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They have the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long. 3rd and 15 to be exact. The Eagles on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. He keeps...
The Eagles on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Wentz to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack, and he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now a carry from Mack. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Hurry, hurry!
Staying on the ground with Mack. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 9 good yards here on the run, and now 3rd down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. From the 50, it's Long. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.